Hello guys, good morning. Today I will take you through the second Python game I did, which was a simple game. The goal of the assignment of the game was to create a rectangle at the right edge of the screen that moves up and down at a steady rate, then have a shape appear on the left side of the screen that the player can move up and down while firing bullets at the moving rectangular target. Should add a play button that starts the game, and when the player misses the target 3 times, end the game and make the play button reappear. Let the player restart the game with this play button. So, the same way we did for Alien Invasion, we created classes. Is the main class that has all the functions there is that are needed. The only difference between this and the Alien Invasion, if you've not seen my Alien Invasion video tutorial, you can go and check the game I did on the Alien Invasion and the video I made. So this is how it works. We have all the functions needed, all the classes. We have the target shoot, the main class. We have the rectangle that needs to be updated on the right side, so it will be created on the right side in the rectangle class. We have to put it in the right side first, and we have to draw the rectangle and center the rectangle. After that, we have the ship class, the same as we had on the Alien Invasion. So basically the main difference with this game and the Alien Invasion was that for this one we needed a way of showing misses, and when the player misses a target 3 times, end the game and make the play button reappear. So when we run the game, we have this. Good. We have the ship on the left side and the rectangle on the right side. So when you click the play button, now we have a timer. The timer helps us count, give us the time actually at which we'll have to check if the bullet has reached the rectangle, if there has been collision between the bullet and the rectangle. So when you play, now there have been collision. So when there's collision, the level increases and the time resets to 15. So we set the time to 15. If there has not been collision before the time has reached 0 seconds, the number of chances we have here is going to reduce. So here we have it. Time will reach 0 seconds. Our chances has reduced because we've not been able to hit the rectangle for 15 seconds. That's the main difference. It was one of the most, not difficult part, but quite challenging part, was to include the timer and then record misses. So here we have it again. If the timer reaches 15 seconds and there has been no collision between the bullet and the rectangle, a miss will be recorded. So now we've recorded misses, 2 misses already. So if it happens for the 3rd time, the game ends, just like it was stated here. And when the player misses a target 3 times, end the game and make the play button reappear. In the same way, you can pause the game and continue playing. So now we've missed 3 times already. If this one too is another miss, the game ends. You've missed 3 times, the game has ended. So which function takes actually care of the timer? We have the function we added was a timer function, start a time. So what it does is it imports a time function in Python from time, no, not this one, clock. You should import clock function to clock. It's I think it's still in the time function. So from time we have I think that is still in the timer function. So we import from time import Python. So here is where we started the timer, and we added the timer at the beginning of the game. So when we are running the game, first it will have to check the events, and if the game is active, it will start the timer. Start the timer, the 15-second timer. So this is the 15-second timer. If the timer is less or equal to 0, the timer it will give a sleep and reset the timer to 15, and the clock tick is for us to get the milliseconds actually. So that's basically what we added. So we added a starter timer function, and we added a miss as well. So where a rectangle, if a rectangle has not been hit, so we have a rectangle not hit. First, where is the rectangle not check a bullet and alien collision. Good. Where we are checking the collision. So first we have to store. Yeah, this is what I think we did. We created a list that will store the number of bullets, that will store the bullets and alien collision, the bullets that have hit the alien while the time is greater than 0. So here we have it, the bullets. Here we are checking the collision for any bullet that collided with the rectangle. If there is a bullet and the timer is greater than 0, it will add bullet hit rectangle, which is the list actually we are using to store the rectangle that has been hit by the bullet, or the bullet that has been hit by the rectangle. It's here. We create a list of bullet that hit the rectangle. So it will append and add the bullets. If it has increased, if a bullet has collided with a rectangle, this list will have to store actually that bullet, and we update the score, we update the score, we show the score, we show the highest score, and we show that the rectangle has been hit, and we start a new level. Else, if the time, actually our time is now equal to 0, and that bullet rectangle, that list actually that stored the bullet and rectangle is equal to 0 or is empty, will show that the bullet has not been hit. So this was one of the most tricky point actually, or tricky thing to take into consideration, how to check misses. So we check misses when the time is equal to 0 and when the list is empty. So here, when the time is greater than 0, from 15 to 0 to 1 second, we check if the list is full. If the list is full, we include, if the list is empty, we include the number of bullets that have been hit that has hit the rectangle. Else, if at when the time is equal to 0 and the bullet hit rectangle list is 0, is empty, sorry, we show that there has been a miss. I think, guys, that was the main point for the game, recording a miss and including a timer. So we can have a look at it once again. I've included the Git repository. There's a Git repository for the game, and I've included the Git repository, so we can play once again. We have the game. Now it has started. You can play the game. And you can reach the highest score you can. So if you have any challenge with Python, just let me know and then I will check on it. If you have any criticism of my video, things you want to know how to do, what to do, any challenges, I'll be glad to help, and I'll be glad to learn also from what you guys have done. Thank you very much.